now to sports. Now, this is really exciting, Reg. For the first time in franchise history, the Meralco Bolts are now the PBA champions, beating the San Miguel Beermen to win the Philippine Cup title. Meralco star Chris Newsom did not think twice to bury the jumper over the defense of Don Troliano, giving Meralco a 2-point lead with 1 second left in the game. The Bolts had to hold their breath, though, as Junmar Fajardo shot the desperate three-pointer that would have given the Beermen victory, but the reigning MVP missed the shot. Newsom tallied 15 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, and a block en route to bagging the final's most valuable player plum. Providing the lift were Alain Maliksi and Bong Quinto, who chipped in 14 and 11 markers to step up for their 4 troubled frontcourt.
And fresh off that very first win, here with us tonight is head coach of the Meralco Bolts, Coach Luigi Trillo. Good evening, Coach Luigi. Welcome to the show.
Hey, ladies. Thank you for having me.
Congratulations, Coach Luigi. How are you feeling? This is so...
Very first title of the franchise. That's saying something. How are you feeling, as Sean said?
Yeah, a bit overwhelmed. Surreal last night. We finished the game about 10, but I went to sleep at 8 a.m. We went to Hard Rock in Makati with the whole team, with our families. Enjoyed their 8, had a bit of a band there, and then, couldn't sleep. But this is a long time coming. I've joined Meralco. This is my 11th year. The last 10 years have been great, but, always the bridesmaid, never the bride. Four final appearances, 14 semifinals, and, never there. And then this was a special year. I mean, we started out 3-5, 2 practices before our first game. We had to give them days off because we've had a busy year joining the ESL, PBA, the DOA Cup. And it just all fell into place. But, proud of the whole organization. Happy for guys like, Chris Newsom, Cliff Hodge, Bong Quinto, Anjo Karam. These are guys who have finally won one, and happy for them.
What finally made it click, Coach Luigi? I mean, I'm going to say this is no insult, but everyone knows Meralco's kind of viewed as the underdog. I mean, I am aware that you guys have been doing better and better, but when did you feel that you really had it in the bag? Was it just in the final minutes of the ball game, of the last game?
Yeah, no, we never felt like that at all. But what we wanted to do was be at our best. You have to give these guys confidence too and make them believe. I think those tough times through the course of this season made us stronger. I think that we knew in our hearts this whole year that we probably had the hardest practices and we were in shape. Mm-hmm. And then I think the culminations when we were 3-5, we were 11th out of 12 teams. Mm-hmm. We won, we beat some of the tougher teams. We went on a 4-game winning streak, and then obviously we beat the NLEX. This Ginebra clash in the semis really brought out the best from the guys and the coaching staff. But heroes all around. We knew we needed to be more disciplined. We needed to have poise. We had needed to play both ends of the court, defensively and offensively. And then, San Miguel, we respect them. We know they're a quality team, a quality franchise, a lot of players, a lot of experience. But we knew we had enough. And we wanted to be out there doing what needed to be done. And we really locked in and zoned in. And, just there on your screens, just our fans. That was for them rin, sa kanila rin yan po. Mm-hmm. Very happy through thick and thin. And finally, we got one. And it was well earned, I think.
It was indeed, Coach Luigi. But was there something that you did specifically? Of course, you're the captain of the ship. You are the coach. Everyone's going to look up to you and look to you for strategy. Did you make some changes, or has it just been like, sa pakikisama and getting to know each other through time?
Well, a big help for us is Coach Nenad Vucevic. He is our active consultant. And, our bosses gave us the opportunity to work together. We work closely together. He brings a different background. He's been all over the world. I think it's great that we bring in international coaches to improve everything here. And I think we had everybody locked in. Chris Newsom, such a great leader. Hodge, Maliksi. These are guys that are character based, and we knew that we were close, right? But certain things we needed to do against San Miguel. Obviously, they have Junmar Fajardo, they have Vic Manuel, they have Mo Tatua, so we had needed to do some things tactically on the post. We also know that our very big pick and roll team like Terence Romeo, but there on your screens, the fast breaks where we push the ball. We knew that it was a pace kind of game. It's their pace versus ours. They like to slow the game down. We like to push it. As the series went on, we needed to clean more stuff and we hang on. And, we had big games there on your screens. Junmar hitting that three that almost brought it to overtime. But you give credit to our guys. Our guys hang tough. They deserve all the compliments. They hit the big shots when needed. They got the big stops when needed. Sir Ricky Vargas there, Boss Al Pandillo also there. Um, this is a testament that sometimes the underdog wins, and I like the tag. We like that, and nothing was given in this series. Everything was earned, and extremely proud of everyone around.
We also love a good underdog story. When you say that you knew you had enough and you knew what you needed to do to win the game, what weakness of San Miguel's did you latch onto before the game that you tried to exploit without giving too much away?
Yeah, well, we know that they're the number one offensive team, so they score in bunches, 110 a game. They've won all the games that scored over 100. So we needed to lock in defensively, right? And we've beaten them 5 times this year. So, there's only been one team that has beaten them in the eliminations. Everybody's lost to them. So we've kind of held on to that, right? But you're right. There's certain things they do well, and there's certain things of points of attack, and there's certain things we needed to do. So there are probably some guys there who may not be known offensively, uh, that we needed to let them shoot the ball. We needed also to attack some guys who weren't good defensively, right? And it comes without saying that at the end of the day, that's a 7 grueling game matchup, right? We felt we were in shape. We liked the pace. We pushed it. We gave confidence to the guys. We were right behind them through thick and thin. They don't do well. Their struggles, we're right behind them. We believe in them. They've worked hard. We have enough vets in the room. Every time we saw them making a run, we made sure that we closed it or we watched video and talked about poise, and we really held them accountable. And I think through the course, we got clear at what we wanted to do.
Right. What I see on social media, Coach Luigi, is that the Meralco Bolts as a team, they work really, really hard, putting attention on, fitness, strength and conditioning, probably perhaps also diet, lifestyle, I'm sure. Is that kind of like a, kumbaga, yan ba yung kultura ng Meralco Bolts? Is that something that you all kind of tacitly agree on? Is that something you impose or management imposes, or even our foreign consultant, or your foreign consultant rather, imposes? Like, how is Meralco's preparation and all the training, how is it different compared to other teams in the PBA?
Well, we take everything to heart, like we just said. There's things that we try to focus on. When we do draft players, we look for certain things. Our boss, MVP, we're very grateful to have him. He's very supportive. He flew back from Hong Kong. He watched the first 2 games and they were saying he was malas. And then we won game 5. Game 6, he decides to come back and give a speech. For 5 minutes, he entered the dugout. And then he had the reunion to go to. He said if we're leading, he'll come back, and he did come back in the fourth. So you're right there. We have values. It's different. We make sure we sign every autograph. We make sure we do extra work. When we were in the pandemic, we did certain things in cleaning the ocean. We clean locker rooms when we're in the ESL. We make sure we don't leave anything. My younger brother Paolo, who's the manager, he does the video and carried the bags when we were in the pandemic. So it shows when you lead in that type of from the front that way, it follows, right?
Right.
And we have a great staff. Great staff. Our conditioning staff is great. Leaders on the court are great, and we wouldn't be able to do it just by one guy. So I think all these things rub off on different people. We're very family oriented. and we're grateful. So, yeah.
Coach, Coach, obviously management support is critical, but talk us through the role that the fans played in your Cinderella story, especially the ones who stood by you.
You know, when I first came here, we didn't have too many fans, but they're loyal. They're loyal, and we built on that. And you know, the nicest thing is even when we had some tough times, and mind you, we've had a lot of heartbreaks and tough times, but you know, that's where you build camaraderie. Even in our group inside that group inside the locker room, when things don't go and we can, you know, break up, we decide to come together and we stick together. And I think that's the bond that we do. Players have player meetings right after the coaching meetings. We're a good group to have, and uh, just grateful that we're all here together.
Last question, Coach Luigi. I know adrenaline has kept you up. Probably not just you, but the entire team and the entire staff. You until 8 a.m. But what's next for the Bolts? Tuloy-tuloy practice? What is everyone
We're
going to be doing?
gonna
Yeah.
we'll take a break now. It's been a busy year. You know, the last 9 conferences. You know, it's so hard to stay in the semis. We've had out of 9 conferences, I think we've made 6 semifinals. We won a championship. We're looking forward to the draft. We might be drafting 11th. That's July 13th. But we're gonna take a break, kind of, you know, get away from basketball a bit, stay with our families or friends or loved ones. But we have a heavy season. We're representing again the ESL. We ended #1 now. And this is the All Filipino, which to me is the most prestigious because you can say you're the best team in the country, and we are. So, you know, we're excited to go back to the ESL. That's the best of Asia. We'll be there. July 14, I think, is the draft, the PBA draft. August 7 is the first conference. There are 3 conferences this year. There's going to be a lot of Bolts basketball again. So, you know, grateful, thankful, honored. Uh, Been a magical moment. Yesterday, we're going to hold on to this for a while and then back to business again in the draft.